mother cannot bring anything to us if we do not sit down and sit still. If we do not get quiet within and receive her voice in the many ways that it comes. We have Mo'i, the water dragon here. The guardian of the sacred fresh water that keeps everything alive. We have the butterflies, who remind us of gentle transformation and how it is to walk the stages of our lives. I'm a grandma. Do you know how many women I know that just really dread that? Menopause and grandchildren. They all dye their hair. They all get a sports car. Well, you know, they're playing out male menopause is what doing a good portion of them. Because women have forgotten how to be women. Even when we talk about the feminine ways, we don't know what that is. We don't know that we can do magic with a basket in a medicine bowl. We don't know that we can fertilize our whole garden with a little bit of just one buffalo bone, a little minstrel blood, and some dirt. You keep that 6 months and then you put your seeds in it, your garden grows great. These ways are so simple. Instead, we have 90% of our women in the world, I think, definitely within the United States, that don't have a regular moon cycle. And now we have a new birth control that says you only have to have a period once, maybe twice a year. This will not balance things. This takes it further the other way in creating women that are just one step over the line into being men. Into being men. Where was I?
About, women
oh, women becoming men. Okay. We have seen over the last 20 or 30 years women really stepping forward to try to claim their power after centuries of having that squashed and having the separation happen where we were separated from the mother, the men were separated from the mother. My great-grandma tells a story about how many years ago there was a big invasion in Europe, okay? I don't know which conqueror did it. She never said that, but she said they got invaded. And all of a sudden the men were told they couldn't worship their mother anymore. The men became split from the mother. And they went all helter-skelter in their brain. They started running all over trying to figure out who they were. So they didn't tend the crops. They didn't hunt. And they became warriors. Before they were protectors, but now they were warriors, right? So they go off running, and so what happens at home? All the stuff kind of goes, and the women step up and try to fill in the gaps, right? Because we have children to feed, whatever. Well, that works for a little bit of time. Then the women decide, because their men start coming home from war, and then they're shattered by war on top of everything else. So then the women are trying to heal the men. And they get more involved in this male play. Okay? So now there is such an imbalance that most women do not know what it is when you get your moon to go be by yourself and dream. And that is their most powerful time, and that they are the seers of the ancient times. They are the oracles, and it doesn't matter what culture you go to. So my great-grandma said it was time for the women to come home. The women to come home and learn how to be women. And this I've seen in the last 30 years. But at first it was difficult because the women, in reclaiming their power, of course, we have to puff ourselves up. We have to be angry women to claim our power back. No, you don't. Standing in one's power is being confident in who one is. And not having to have outside affirmation that I am this thing. If you need that in what you do within your life, you probably should find something else to do because it's not going to succeed. You are not in the energy necessary for manifestation. Manifestation requires the synchronicity of believing in oneself and having faith in Creator and the Mother to provide all that is necessary for it. So that means in having faith, you sit, you wait for your step before you go out there to take it. Does that mean we sit around and we just don't do nothing? No, that ain't what I'm saying. Although I've had some people think that's what I'm saying. We wait. When I have a heart call, I go do something. That's why I'm here. I had a heart call to be here. We do these things based on the true brain, which is in the heart, not the head. The head is a computer that files things based on our life experiences. We were put here to do something with our lives. We were put here to be human. We chose to be here to be human. There is no higher aspiration that we could have other than to be human, humane, humanity. Human does not exist in violence. Can't. Can't at all. So we must return to that. We must ask ourselves, how do we want to be treated? We must have respect for the land and her caretakers. We sat the other evening talking about Machu Picchu and how the Incan can't get in there to do their sacred ceremonies. Our sacred mountain, Mount Graham, they have put a big electrical fence. We cannot go there to do our sacred ceremonies. Mauna Kea in Hawaii, same thing. The people are told we are going to do this, and yet you will still be able to use it. And then they are not allowed this. Integrity and respect are the two biggest things right now for humanity to look at. Our leaders, are they walking their talk? Are they really doing what they tell us they are doing in their personal life? Not their political life, because we know politics is all lies anyway, but in their personal life. I love it when they do that. Okay, that next sentence went away, so we're going to go else. Oh, I know. The sacred sites. There are so many power places on this earth, and this earth would generate so much power for us to have healthy water, healthy air, but we do not take care of it anymore. And I don't mean just, living in harmony and not throwing your beer can in the creek, okay? I'm talking about acknowledging her, doing ceremony for her, honoring her, and saying, we're here as your humble children, and we are so excited to be alive today. This is the gift we have. We are excited to be alive. That's our morning prayer that I was taught. We go out and we offer pollen to Grandfather's Son, and we say, thank you for another good day. I'm so happy I'm here. That's how we start our day. Now, we may run into challenges in that day, but on the days we don't do that, oh my God, you almost can't get out of bed. Everything comes falling in. My grandpa and a lot of the elders that I know from the American Southwest used to walk every summer. Start about May, and they would walk around Arizona, New Mexico, because each of them had 13 sacred sites that they were caretakers for. They would go and they would make blessing, offering. They would tell her they loved her. They would keep her alive with ritual.